Okay, everybody. Good morning to you. Love you very much. Glad to be here together with you. It's June 17th, 2020. This is our coaching call. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. And past performance is no guarantee of future results. This presentation is intended to be informational and educational and is not a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. If you need personal financial advice, you know what to do. Okay. Oh boy, tough day. Tough day. I'm pulling it together. Oh my gosh. All right. The bounty spreadsheet is linked right here on the whatchamacallit. And we'll take a look at that again tomorrow when we have a little bit more time. Today we're going to look at AMC, PDD, and Zoom. One of these has to start moving soon or it gets thrown out of the mix. We were going to look at TXT and OMP. We'll look at those technically, but I don't think that we'll look at those from a fundamental point of view, and I don't think we'll read the transcripts today. I think we'll leave those for another time. And let's take a look at the Zoom to start with here. So Zoom's going to open higher, not very much higher, maybe $1 higher than where it closed yesterday. And that's important because it's not making great strides. We'll see how it does today. This is a very popular stock. Of course, Zoom is what we're using now. We talked about this yesterday. Zoom is a very popular company. It has added a ton of new subscribers and users over the course of the China virus epidemic, pandemic, whatever. But as we read yesterday in the earnings transcript, a lot of the new customers are small businesses that will churn. And so that's that's not a good sign for this stock. So I bought one put, and here it is. It's the $230 August 21st put. I bought it for $25.60. I'm down $200 on this trade now, so it's an insignificant loss at this point. I would like to see some bearish movement today. I think that the fair value of Zoom is $170 a share. If in the best case scenario, it's not a company that's worth a $1,388 price to earnings ratio. It's not a justifiable $68 billion market cap. Now, that doesn't matter if hedge funds and Robinhood traders want to buy it. There's nothing that I can do about that. So what's been happening is there's this crazy thing that's going on, and you can see people talk about it. You can see folks talking about it on Twitter and whatnot. So Robinhood added 13 million new accounts this year alone. And what happens is Robinhood traders, I'm a Robinhood trader, they take a trade, and then that trade data is immediately sold to high frequency trading firms. And by immediately, I mean the minute the order is put in, before the order is transacted, the order book or the existence of that order is sent to firms that have paid to get that data, and then they front run the trade. It is literally and 100% legal for Robinhood to sell that. And every single broker does it. I don't know if Interactive Brokers does it. It doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't affect the technical analysis or the fundamentals of a company. It's just a little shady, right? It just seems a little bit shady. So what happens is a lot of these stocks that can't be justified at these valuations have gone up as Robinhood traders buy them because they get excited. And then the high frequency firms front run the trades and add to the momentum. And this is just a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then that causes more retail traders on Robinhood to buy the same stock. And then it's just a repeated pattern. And that's why we've seen so much movement. And Wayfair is a great example of that. And Zoom is a great example of that. And even to a lesser extent, every single other technology stock in the world, but definitely any of the, like Mark, we looked at Remark. Remember we looked at Remark? It was on our list. Remark Holdings. I mean, there's a whole story that, Robinhood traders got super excited about Remark, and then the high frequency firms started bidding this up, and that people are going to get really hurt on this. If I could find shares to borrow in MARK, I would short this stock right now. But I'm not. I don't even think we could find the shares even if we wanted them. So that's Zoom. I think Zoom it's a possibility. It's not a sure thing. There's no guarantee that Zoom's going to move. But at some point in time, I just have to, I don't know how many times I have to say this. At some point in time, all this house of cards eventually falls. And all of this stuff and all of these trends and all of the trend is your friend, and the trend is your friend until the end. And then it bites you in the butt. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take small cracks at some of these. This is a super unjustifiably overpriced stock. There's no way in the world that Zoom should be trading for 150 times earnings. That's just it's an unbelievable number. It's a crazy, crazy, absolutely insane number. Okay. So Charles, I just on the tail end of when some of you were joining us, I just asked if it's something that you do, if you just leave me in your prayers, that would be great. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep it together. Okay, we've got to keep it together. Thank you. Thank you. We've got a job to do, right? Here we go. This is Pinduoduo. Also, it's going to open a little bit lower, maybe a little bit lower, maybe. It's going to open $1.33 higher. Excuse me, 90 cents higher. Okay, what is it? So what is it already? This is, I think, one of the greatest scams perpetrated on the investing public. This is a company that loses money. It loses, look, $1.13 a share, right? Right? It loses $1.13 a share. It has no price to earnings ratio. It's infinite because it doesn't make money. They added more customers and they added revenue, but they still lost money and they still missed their earnings anyway, even after they did all that. And they have a market cap of $52 billion. It's possible that it is theoretically possible that the fair value of Pinduoduo is $44 a share. But it's at least $51 a share, which is this missed weekly pivot. There's just absolutely nothing else I can say about this other than let's not lose too much money in the process of benefiting from this eventual drop. Let's not. So what I did yesterday, and we talked about this, was I took a day trade yesterday. I bought the $80 put. I took a day trade anticipating that yesterday it would fall back, which it did, and I would be able to take the profit on that trade, close it, and then close another one of my other trades in Pinduoduo, and have essentially paid nothing to get where I am. But then it was up over $1,000 yesterday, and it was moving in the right direction. And I was like, why am I should be closing the trades that aren't doing well and keeping open the trades that are doing well. I'm not going to close that one. I may close it today, but I'm not wrong about this stock, and I'm not wrong about what is generally happening in the market right now. And these types of corrections, when this correction finally comes on Pinduoduo or a Zoom or whatever, it may be 4 months from now. I may be so early on this that I'm going to be the most frustrating person in America. And we'll find other trades to take. And I won't get my craw stuck in this for so long that I can't see, forward and I can't see straight. But for right now, this is all I can see. And I've been down this road before, and I've danced this dance before, and I know what this looks like. And it looks like this. And it's an early entry on a trade that eventually becomes kind of nice. The problem is right now that Pinduoduo is probably going to move sideways for a while, and probably not down immediately unless there's something I don't know. Unless there's some just crazy thing I don't know about, Pinduoduo is probably going to go sideways. It could go up, it could break the highs, but it just doesn't. I just think I think we've probably maxed out on what retail traders can do to bid this up. And at some point in time, people, they do start taking profits. And if it breaks below $76, probably going to see some stop losses getting hit. So I have level 2 quotes on Robinhood, but they're not really that useful right here. So they're not really that useful. Okay, I also bought a put on AMC. This is the third one. AMC is the movie theater chain. Even if people can start to go back to the movies, in all places, they can't fill the movie theaters up with people. And so for the rest of the year, it's unlikely that anyone will go to the movies that used to go to the movies. And even if they do, they'll be spread out so far that they're not going to sell as much food and beverages. They're not going to show as many films. There's not going to be as many films that are released. It's just it's a terrible stock. It's a terrible company. Maybe it's a great stock long term. So I bought a put, and I think I'm not expecting this one to go as far as the other things that we have talked about, but I do believe this one is headed for a lower price. I think of all the trades that I have, this is the one I'm probably going to let go of the soonest. It was already profitable yesterday, but it was such a small amount. It was like lunch money. So I figured, no, let's keep this open and let this possibly move a little bit further in our favor. Okay. For Textron, this is a possible buy trade. It's a nice amount of momentum here. So we're going to be looking at that one in the near future for a buy. And we're also going to be looking at OMP. OMP, I think, like I have this bullishness on energy kind of in the back of my mind, but I haven't read these transcripts. I don't think I am going to read these transcripts today. The CEO is coming into town, and we're going to have all-day meetings about growing the business and whatever else, and I'm just not going to be able to read the transcripts today. If any of you do, and you want to send me an email to rob@wrbooker.com, that would be great. So it's 8:30. Let's see where everything opened. Oh my gosh, it's a lot tougher today than I thought. Okay, we opened only slightly higher on Pinduoduo, and we opened at the 15% retracement level. This test of the 15% retracement level, that test of that level, if it bounces, yeah, it's going to bounce lower from there. It wants to go to $76.28, and then it wants to go to this weekly pivot. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does happen, I am going to be one very, very happy trader this morning. A little bit of good news, a little bit of sunlight shining through, some rays of hope in the midst of a lot of other stuff. Zoom isn't opening giantly higher. It's kind of falling at the open. I think this is going to print a bearish engulfing candle. I really do think that we have reached that level. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I only have one contract, which is a magical number, because it won't mean anything to me if it doesn't go in the right direction. LXRX down a bit today. I got to let this one go very soon. I'm not even losing any money on it. I think I'm slightly profitable or just barely negative. SGLB has been kind of good to us. It's just not moving very much, very far. And then there's Acor. Once again, not moving very much, very far. Hopefully it will have a good day, and then we'll go from there. And then we'll see what we can do. Okay, I know that I'm going to cut this off earlier. I started early so I could finish earlier. I'm going to go over to the Embassy Suites and meet the CEO. And, like I said, thanks for being there. I love you all very much. And take a look at your comments in the chat box. Bless you. Leave the camera off. You're so good. I'm telling you, what a day. Been there here, praying for you. Sounds like you need to talk to someone you can trust. I do have some good people that I can trust. Do I have some big hedge fund people as members? Yes. Yeah, I do know a few of those people. Yeah, somebody gave PDD a ton of money in the past year. Chinese government, most likely propping up the stock, but they do that for other stocks, and it doesn't always lead to the result that everyone was hoping for. You can fight the Fed. Like eventually something comes through. But I'm not like by all means. I'm also I don't think I'm being stubborn about it. I think we did a good job of maybe making a plan to dump this whole thing also. So I'll keep in touch today with you all on Telegram based on what we see here. I just need to put an alert in here for Pinduoduo. I think I have an alert on, I do, on Zoom. And I'll see you tomorrow.